So today on Project Shop, we're finally going to start blending some fuel. I've got that ready to be blended. I'm rinsing out a tote right now for diesel fuel. I got another tote right there that we're going to use for the actual blend. This one, unfortunately, I cut a hole in the top, so eventually that'll just be for a settling tank. And now check this out. Wait till you see what this centrifuge did on a... This is my second batch. I did 200 gallons in one go. Now last time I did about 275, but I cleaned the centrifuge 4 times. You'll see here in a minute. I'm definitely going to stop probably every 100 gallons and clean the centrifuge, at least on the first pass, because wait till you see what we got going on. Our system of pulling from the top of the oil worked out great. That thing basically just floated. It was over in a corner and it kind of just pulled its way closer as the tension got on the thing. So that's a great, cheap, easy system. We're going to do that to all of these tanks, even the ones I run first pass. Stuff's going to settle, man. So we're going to always be pulling from the top from now on. Well, not now on. Like, we're still going to do this one. Right now I'm pumping this up into our tank here. This thing is just too slow. I got to get a faster way of doing that, so that's not being taken up with transferring from tank to tank. That's just going to feed the machine. I have an idea of what I can do, but check this out. Let me get a paint stick, because this is a doozy, man. Look at this. It literally, when I opened the bowl, it all kind of fell in. You can see there's like layers, and that's some nasty, dense, that's some nasty stuff, man. Now, this is why I'm not gonna run a whole tote in one shot right off the bat. Now, another thing about this run, I pumped in probably 40 gallons of diesel fuel into there. So that diesel fuel might have helped loosen the stuff up. This is the most amount of crap I've gotten out of this so far, but also I never let it run for a full 200 something gallons in one shot. And you can tell over here. So what happens is it builds up the dirty stuff, and then gets kicked over the edge here. This is basically how it works. That wall builds up, it builds up, and then the good oil will come up and get flicked up over here. Look how close. I mean, there was less than a quarter, maybe like an eighth, not even a quarter of an inch, that was built right up onto there. So we don't want to get in that close, because eventually it would have just started slinging this crap into the good oil. And this was with the heater running 100% of the time. That first time I only had the heater running part of the time, and there was some diesel in this mix. So what I'm thinking about doing is I'm gonna do some experimenting. I got to do it at small batches, like maybe like 5 gallons at a time. We'll get the dirty oil, we'll run 5 gallons, and then the same oil I'll run another 5 gallons, but I'll blend it with a little bit of diesel fuel and see if we pull out more stuff. Now, I don't know about diesel fuel. I'm not too worried about running through the inline heater. I wouldn't want to run gasoline through that inline heater. Diesel fuel you can pour out on the ground and hit with a torch and it really won't burn. It needs heat and compression to actually ignite. or a wick, like if you poured it on this cardboard, it would burn. I'm not worried about it exploding, but you know, maybe as I'm pumping in 55 gallons, I trickle in 5 gallons of diesel fuel to thin it out just a little bit. I don't know, it might help loosen it up. All I know is this time it really pulled out some stuff, man. So all those people that say that they just run it through a filter and run it through, you know, I don't know, man. I would not want to be running that through my engine, my pumps, my injectors, whatsoever. And if you had filters, man, you're going to be clogging filters, and I don't think the filter is going to pull out this much stuff. So this thing's definitely doing its job. So I'm going to get this cleaned up. I'm going to have to run over to Home Depot. I got to go get some propane, and then I got to get some different fittings for the static blender. And we've removed all this stuff here. We're taking this shelf out of here. I'm going to put a tote here. That's going to be my clean, good diesel fuel that I can pump into the truck. I've taken a sample. I'm going to start taking samples. I got to put a date and what pass this was. This is a first pass. And I think I was running it a little fast, man. I think I was going a little more than 5 gallons an hour. I think I'm gonna bring it back down to I was running at 5. I think I need to bring it back to the 4.5. But blending from up there down, I think we're gonna, because of how much sludge we pulled out, I think we're gonna definitely be running, let's say 3.5 again, and see what that does. Well, you know, we wanted to sit in that centrifuge as long as possible, but it's coming along, man. We're doing fuel, we're cleaning the shop, we're getting Steve's over here scrapping. We're getting ready to run a little bit of 600 MCM. I'm supposed to go pick up more, but I've been involved with something. Just ain't enough time in the day, man. Anyway, we'll get this thing set up. I'll get the right fittings for the static blender. I got to go get bigger connections here, and I still don't know how I'm going to use that right now. For the first blend, I might just have to put it in like a 55 gallon drum and do like a small batch, because for that to work, I need to pump it, or I need to have both tanks up in the air. And yeah, so we'll figure it out. We'll get some, hopefully by the end of today, I'm going to be running some of that free black diesel, man. It's like black gold in here. All right, so another wonderful trip to the Home Depot, and I've come up with some apparatus like this and some of this stuff, and got me some more fittings, got me some more of this clear hose, but I got the wrong size. Well, not really the wrong size for this. We're just gonna see how it goes. I might have to get some bigger fittings, but they didn't have any of that size hose right there at all. So unfortunately, this is what we got. So how I plan on doing this, since I have my blended fuel, I have that tank right there I'm rinsing out right now. I'm going to use that for my diesel fuel. And interesting. I'm one tank short. Oh, that's right, I put that one there. Okay, so I'm gonna have to switch it up. I'm gonna use this tank for my diesel fuel. That's the one I cut a hole in the top, so I'm not really worried. I'll just kind of put some tape on it, and I'll use that for my blended fuel. And we're gonna hook everything into this static blender. dealio. So what I'm gonna actually do is, I've been cleaning off this shelf. I'm gonna just take this whole shelf out of here because all it really does is collect crap and hold my stereo. We can figure something else for that. And I'm gonna put them totes side by side, but I'm gonna stack them up here. Hopefully we got the clearance. I didn't check that. That's interesting. Actually, it doesn't even matter. Maybe I could put it over there. I got the clearance there. Anyway, either way, matter of fact, that's what I'm gonna do. I need to clean off the shelf anyway. I'll put the totes over here, and I'm gonna put the already filtered fuel up top, and I'm gonna put the static blender right underneath of it, actually in between, right here, in between the two. And do I have 4 totes to do that with? That's a good question. I guess I'll have to use this dirty oil one to prop this up with, and then I'll have my diesel fuel up there, and then we'll just let it ride down. We'll just let it blend. And the reason I did this is I want to be able to tap, I want to let the blended fuel go in and fill up. I could shut this off, open this one, and I'll pull out of here. Now, obviously this is all just temporary. We'll get a solid system for this in the future, but this is what I've come up with at the moment. So, matter of fact, I'm still going to clean that off so I have room to come in here. I'm going to move that pallet. We're going to do this right here. And hopefully start making some fuel and clean the shop at the same time. We got a lot going on. But in the meantime, we got Steve over here stripping wire. Got some number 2 in the bucket. Bright and shiny, but not much. We got some 600 to strip. That's my favorite. Let's strip some of that. That was perfect. Cat-like reflexes. Alright, so that was some easy money there. Yeah, now I need that 220 so I can fire up the centrifuge. Are you done stripping? Yeah. Alright. So, we only have so much 220 in here. We're like sharing. It's got to be fixed. So, now I can fire the centrifuge back up and let this thing eat for a couple days. I thoroughly clean this thing out. Oh, my thing's over there. I gotta get up here and open that valve. Okay. So probably take about 20 minutes for this thing to fill up. I was running it earlier, but I didn't have the inline heater on. But now we can just let this thing eat for however long it needs to eat. And yeah, that's what we got. So I'd say that's another 200 gallons. There's still some in there. There's still some in here. And I was supposed to go pick up some more. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get the totes set up over here first, get them in place, and then I think because I'm in the groove of cleaning, I'm just going to go ahead and rip that down, and probably wind up moving the totes over there eventually. I don't know, but I feel like we got more space going on in here. Been doing a lot of cleaning, so hopefully yeah, I don't think the totes are going to fit up underneath that thing. I'm gonna measure that real quick, and then which would be nice, because actually it wouldn't even work either way. I got to put the tote here and pull it out anyway. So okay, we're good. We're gonna just put them over here for now because it's ready to go. I put them on top, and they'll feed down to the bottom, and I can pull off that bottom right into my truck. I got to figure a way of adapting this to one of my pumps, and then I'll just pump it right into my truck, or I'll pump it into a clean 55, and then I don't know, we'll see how it goes. We got options, we'll figure it out. But I think the main thing is we're going to need some more pumps. I wouldn't mind having another pump like that has a higher flow. It doesn't even need to have the VFD or not. It could just be you turn it on and it just pump the crap out of these things, you know. But except for maybe the final blended one going forward. Oh, let me show you. Oh, it's right here. Let me show you how well this works. Going forward, every one of these totes we set up, I put this on here because I had to bring it outside for a minute and it was raining. Every one of these that we set up, we're going to set it up like this. Look how well that worked. It stayed right there. We pulled off the top 2 inches the entire time. So the whole time we were pulling from this, it took like 3 days or whatever. It was settling, you know, it just kept settling, and we're pulling from the top and it's just down there settling. So I'm pretty stoked about that. So okay, we'll come back at it. Steve's gonna keep pulling copper. I gotta try to make a Miami run tomorrow, and then yeah, hopefully tomorrow, or maybe even tonight on my way home, we'll be running black diesel. I'm hoping to get the first tank in, and then we're gonna start off with a conservative 50-50 blend, and then as soon as I can mod the truck, I'm gonna have to drop the tank, do the hutch mod, do the harpoon mod, figure out, I want to do an inline heater or something like that, and possibly upgrade the fuel pump. Since we're going to be doing this and saving money, I want a better pump. You know, maybe I'll even, I don't know if I can run 2 pumps, but maybe the Bosch pump is alright. I've ran the other one for a couple years off a Bosch pump, but they have an Air Dog, and there's another one I've been looking at, but they're not cheap. They're like $600-700 bucks, but they're the pump, and then they're like 2 filters and stuff like that. So we'll see. If we're going to be doing this and we plan on keeping that truck, we're going to dial that thing in to be the best, you know, run the best. Whatever mods that it needs to run off of this the best. I know an inline heater would help, but down here in South Florida, it's really not that cold, but still it would help. And we're just going to keep diesel in the mix. We're not going to use regular gasoline like a lot of people like to use. I've just had problems with it. So anyway, I'm going to sort these totes, and then I'll show you what I'm doing here. And yeah, we'll be some blending fuels, man. Okay, here we go. This is what we got set up here. So we got a full tank of oil on top of the first settling tank. Now it's just here temporarily to kind of prove the system. I only had about 75 gallons. I got a 100-gallon fuel cell in my truck, and I had pulled some out for something, and we got 75. So what we're gonna do is open the valves. Okay. And let's just let it go. Oh, I gotta open the valve down here. Hold on. Okay, make sure that one's closed. Otherwise, I'm gonna go find a hose to put up here for now, just to keep it up and above. So if anything does want to come out of here, it'll, you know, as long as we're above here, it won't do anything. Let's see. Oh, look how fast that went in there. Oh, there goes the diesel. All right. It looks like the oil's coming in a little hot. I can kind of dial that down a little bit. And the reason why it's coming in more, there we go, that's a little more even. It's got more pressure. So since I want a 50-50 blend, where are we at, 75 gallons? We want to make sure, oh, looks like the diesel's taking over. All right, let's just let it ride. I like it. I mean, it's going to be black either way, but we're blending fuel, man. So even though I'm blending it through here, I am going to set up a tote that has this right here in it with one of those pumps. I'll either block off one side or just let it go out. I'll probably block off one side. I'll have this in the corner like this, completely away from the pickup tube. And you know, we'll probably pick it up from the bottom, or we'll pick it up from the middle, probably the bottom. So just, you know, and then whenever I go to pump it into my truck, I'll run this for a couple minutes. So even though it's blended, this will help it so that it doesn't settle. And you know, it'll pick it up from one point here and then inject it at multiple levels. Now this I found at the scrap yard. What I'd like to do is actually get one maybe with smaller holes, or depending on the pump I use for this. I wanted to go all the way down, you know, or this will probably be good. I don't know. I'm just thinking, you know, but this will blend it really well, you know. Anyway, this thing seems to be doing pretty good, man. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but I think I have vents. Let me make, oh, I can't even reach in there anymore. I'm pretty sure I opened that vent. Okay, so let me know what you guys think. I'm just gonna let this ride down until I can get enough to pull out of here. I want to put some of this in my truck tonight. So we had 75 gallons. We should be able to make 150 gallons of usable fuel. So that's 4 or 5 tanks, which is pretty awesome, man. I'm super stoked about this. And you know, like I said, this is just the beginning. We are going to have this system dialed. Like right now, that tote shouldn't be there. I'm having to swap this tote in and out because it gets full. What is this? Okay, no, this is second pass. Okay. And eventually, I'm probably, after I run this down, I'm doing a test right now of, oh, that's hot. How long it's actually going to take to fill up a gallon. Make sure we're on our 5 gallon an hour. So yeah, it's coming along. We're pretty much, the setup I got going on right now is pretty dialed, except for the fact that I have to keep swapping the hoses. I will be, next step is valving manifolds, and then we got to put this where it's going to go, because it's like in the middle of the shop right now, but this space wasn't really being used for anything. This is going to make me money. What was there before was just taking up space. So yeah, by the time we got enough fuel, let's see, we had 175 gallons, or 275, and then pretty much this was almost all the way full. I still have some in there, still have some in there. I still have some out front, some out back. The neighbor said he has got some fuel for me. So yeah, now that I got this set up, I'm actually going to put it out there. I got all this fuel and I haven't even put it out there that I want it. People just been giving it to me because they knew I did it in the past and offered it to me, and I kind of just been stockpiling it, knowing that one day I'd be doing this. So it's getting late. I'm gonna wrap it up. If you come this far, thanks for watching. Stay tuned, because we're gonna have a massive scrap out over here at the shop, and we're gonna finish the light plant. We got rained out. It was pouring and lightning, man. So it's hard to do anything with a giant metal rod when there's lightning going on. And then we're gonna just continue to dial this in. I'm not gonna make any more like dedicated videos, but as I'm doing other things, I'll show you the progress. Like I said, every single one of these tanks going forward, I will be cutting the top and putting in. Even the first pass, we're gonna suck off the top. The second pass, we'll suck off the top. Eventually we'll have a third pass, we'll be sucking off the top. And then the settling tanks, I think I'm gonna get so much fuel, I'm gonna need 3, if not 4 settling tanks, which I really like, because I can suck off the top of each one. This is my ghetto funnel that I made. You know, we'll make some proper ones. But that puts the fuel, all the dirty, sludgy, watery, carbonated, you know, with the carbon and whatever, right into the bottom, pushing up the settled fuel, you know. So if we do that multiple times, we should not be getting any water in this over here, or very little water. And I will be doing a water separator right before here. Actually, I'll probably do another couple videos on it. But going forward, I think we're dialed, man. We got this. We got the system locked in, and I'm going to be burning fuel after today. Homemade diesel fuel. So stay tuned for the next video. I don't know how long it's going to take to fill up, but I'm going to go find some more tube and figure out how I'm going to pump it out of there. I have a cart, like that cart there's on wheels. I'll probably set that up to where I can pump that into it and then, you know, push it over to my truck, because right now it's hard to get the truck in here, but I'm working on it. Look how clean it is. Almost nothing there. And we're cleaning over here. So it's an absolute mess right now because we've been cleaning and working at the same time, but it's like I said, it's a work in progress. But for the most part, we're dialing in on our journey, man. We're filtering, we're blending, we're gonna be burning. I'm gonna put some of this in my truck tonight if it fills up quick enough. If not, I'll have to do it tomorrow. I don't know. I'll tell you where we're going, right to the scrap yard. Dancing. You ever seen your copper dance before?